Hey, welcome back everyone. We got some good new changes coming to Mortal Kombat 1. Right off the rip, we got Smoke, Sub-Zero buffs, Kitana's getting a new skin, Ashrah got buffed, Geras and Sareena also are getting buffs. Obviously this Kitana skin caught my attention, they were trying to share some Sareena buffs, and I gotta say genuinely I'm surprised for a couple reasons we're getting this Kitana skin. No complaints at all by the way. However, it is her MK2 skin, and I just thought MK1 would have more callback 3D era skins. I know it has been a mix of both, and that's great. I gotta say though, it does look sweet. I am really happy with this Kombat Kast. I'm not disappointed at all with the Ghostface reveal. I think it's really good. The gameplay looks good. One of my favorite things is definitely the throw mechanic where he comes out from the other side. Dude, I am in shock right now. I was not expecting Smoke and Sub to both get buffs. Now, I do like to cover most everything on this channel. I don't literally cover everything MK1. Some things I just avoid because I'm not that into. There is some bias to things I don't cover on MK1, like KP1. I didn't really cover the guest characters because I wasn't big on them. But I've been pretty excited for Ghostface because he is a character from the horror genre, and I just find the horror characters to be the best fitting guest characters for Mortal Kombat. So one of Smoke's buffs that I'm really happy with is he can now cancel in the air. As most of you know, I am a Smoke main, and if you look on both pro and casual tier lists, Smoke is usually at the very bottom. I'm excited because Smoke hasn't got like an actual buff or like a change in his gameplay. Almost since the game started, they did enhance his vicious vapors just a little bit, and then they did make one of his least used attacks get a little bit more of a hitbox. However, that's really been it, so this is the first time Smoke's genuinely getting some new stuff. It just has me so pumped. I'm so happy to see this. Not to mention, I'm just really happy to see Ghostface in this too. Ghostface has some cool looking attacks where he runs, where he crawls. Here's some more of that Smoke gameplay. Finally, Smoke is getting some buffs like new moves. As you can see, he can cancel in the air now and come down on the opponent. It allows for more move setups. Man, I am so excited for this. Yeah, I'm enjoying seeing Ghostface's moves as well. I'm really happy to see the knife attacks. They kind of do remind me of Smoke's in animation, but that's okay. Stabs are stabs. I enjoy seeing them. Fellow Sub-Zero players, I know he's been hurting for a while. It's nice to see him get some love too. Seeing how his ice clone can enhance now to actually allow more combos when it gets enhanced is really nice. I want to roll it back again because it looks so good. Here it is from the start. You get the triple clone. You can bounce him into the other ice clones. That's going to be really fun. They are cooking up some wild things now. Apparently you can go back into your replays and you can restart it and learn from it. I do think this is a really innovative feature, and I do got to give them props for this. This is really cool. I think they use Cyrax for a reason, and a lot of people were calling for Cyrax to get nerfed. Now, she had already seen a nerf. I think it's fine. I think people just need to learn how to play more defensively against Cyrax. I'll admit, Cyrax is one of my least favorite characters in MK1. It is really boring gameplay to sit through and wait on those bombs to pop you up in the air. However, it can be countered and you can play against it, so it's definitely not the end of the world. Also, to you fellow Cyrax players, just by me saying that I'm not a big fan of Cyrax because I do find her gameplay to be boring, doesn't mean I'm coming after your collar. I know a lot of people don't like Smoke, that's my main, and it's fine. The important thing at the end of the day is just genuinely not disrespecting the other person and insulting them over their preferences. For real, man, it's wild how easily people get offended if you say you don't like something that they like. I am really excited with some of the updates they're sharing with us. I know I'm back here on the Kitana frame. It just looks really good. If you did see my video from last night, I did share some concerns I have with MK1 moving forward, and some of those concerns still stand. I want to see how this next season's going to play out, how much of it's going to be exact repeats. I just really hope everything doesn't reset and all the rewards are practically the same. Now, for people who did miss out on the invasion skins, I'm totally fine with that being the boss skin again. And I did have a fellow subscriber point out a very good point that Season 1 had a lot going on that was pretty flawed from the start, and Invasions has changed a lot since then, so even though this will be a repeat going back to Scorpion season, it will be different than the first time for sure. I'm teleporting everywhere here on screen, I'm just trying to shake it up, alright? One thing I'm really focusing on is seeing if they're going to reset Combat League skins or not, and the Seasonal Tower, if that's going to be the same, or if they're going to keep adding new things. And honestly, with all the Wuxi skins, I think it's pretty possible the Seasonal Tower will continue to change. However, while I do usually check out the Kombat Kasts, this normally isn't something I review. This is maybe like the second or third time I've done it. If it is something you guys enjoy, I will do it more, but it's not something I plan on continuing doing unless you guys do want me to keep doing it. Now, in case you didn't get to see it and you want to know more about Ghostface, as far as his identity, he is the main character from Scream, and I do like when they add MK lore into it. There's also going to be 2 other Ghostfaces, but they're going to be Black Dragon, which is amazing because finally we have Kano and Suhao back. That's not really the case, I'm just kidding. I don't know who the Black Dragon Ghostface people are. It is true they did say the other two are going to be Black Dragon. Maybe they will reveal their faces. Now, as far as the Bruce Lee inspired Liu Kang skin, if I'm going to be a betting man, I would say it's probably going to come out in this next season, because it does seem like this skin for Kitana will be coming out in the next season because they just teased it. My guess is they're also going to put Liu Kang in there since he's already been data mined. Of course, I can't guarantee that, but I think it's pretty possible. Another thing I have to share is I do think it's pretty cool that people are being honest with their feelings that originally said they don't care for Ghostface and they don't want to see him in the game. However, they've had a change of heart since seeing some of his gameplay, and it takes a lot to be able to admit to things that you've changed your mind on. So that is really cool. My opinion changes on things too, so power to people that actually do own up to things they change their minds on. It's fine to do. For example, last night I was pretty disappointed with thinking about the future of MK1 with how quiet it's kind of felt towards the end of this season, and that is pretty normal. Usually the shop does die down towards the end of each season. All the bangers are let out in the beginning and then it just goes quiet. But for me, it's been thinking about how a lot of things could reset this next coming season, and I'm just kind of wondering where things are going from here. I'm happy to see we are getting updates. And when I say updates, I mean not just premium store stuff, but really like the balance changes and adding moves to characters. These are things that really keep the game fresh. And I shared one of my biggest concerns last night, and that is the content that we have left that's going to last us until the next year if we are going to get a KP3 or another expansion. There's not a whole lot left. We just have T1000 and Conan the Barbarian. However, a subscriber did remind me in my video, and he's right. Ed Boon said we're expecting a huge surprise. We just have to wait and be patient to see what that is. I hope it's still coming. I really do think it will come. I did share that the new Mortal Kombat game is being developed, so I was worried that some resources are going to be taken away from MK1 and it's going to dry up. It doesn't look like that's the case now if they're going to keep updating the game. They have so much more coming, I hope. Like I just shared in my last video, Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns is now 30% off, so that does mean there's potential that this game is going to go on sale for the other platforms as well, with Black Friday being right around the corner. I'm hoping around Christmas time they do have something seasonal in the store, even if it's just bringing back seasonal fatalities. I really do like seeing the seasonal stuff. Doesn't have to even be in the premium store. Give us some more holiday stages, or honestly any stage variants is fine with me at this point. Season 5 was maybe peak for me because they had so much stuff added in that season. They had the rain stage variant for the tea house, there's a hidden brutality, they had a really good Mesa boss, the shrine was stacked. I want to see MK1 go back to being jam-packed with content. Okay, maybe jam-packed is pushing it a little bit, but I am happy we are getting some changes. This is actually a game changer for me because both of my main characters are being buffed, that is Sub-Zero and Smoke. For you other players out there that play Geras, Ashrah, oh yeah, Peacemaker is one of the characters that's getting a buff. That one kind of surprised me, but apparently they did hit him with a really hard nerf after the tournament, so maybe they're trying to toss him a bone because maybe they went a little too hard on him. I never see Peacemaker anymore. You guys will have to let me know on that one. I was asked if I was going to react to this Kombat Kast, so I thought I would, especially after last night's video where I said this Kombat Kast and how the next season starts is really going to judge on how I feel about the future of the game. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about it. It's just one of those things where time will tell. Aside from that though, I am really excited to start covering characters on Mortal Kombat and their history, as well as jumping into these games' lores, comparing them, and sharing my thoughts on them as well. Like and subscribe, it really does help and it means everything. Seriously, let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you guys think about this. Also, a huge shout out to my channel member David. I am going to go ahead and get the Shang Tsung voice announcer and Quan Chi. That's all for this one, fellow fighters. I'll have some more videos out soon, and I'll also be live as well. Much love, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video.